And I guess we are live. I see movement, I see the image. Let me just close my browser then. Okay, pull up the chat so I can read what you guys are writing. Alright, this is the one with more Norman readers, right? Sadly it isn't. Sadly that will never come out. Please don't pick that wound. So hey, I'm ZDR, I'm gonna run Silent Hill 2 for you guys today. Just an any percent run where I can just choose the difficulties. So I'm gonna wimp out action level beginner, riddle level normal. So it's definitely not gonna be as intense as the great Resident Evil runs both of those guys did. So yeah, but with that said, I guess let's just go and get the show rolling. Hope I set up everything correctly. Yeah, looks good. Okay. By the way, if there's any issues with audio levels, be it something is too loud or something is too quiet, just mention it real quick and I should have fixed it. Alright. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Here we instantly go. I'm gonna be skipping one pretty major glitch in the game. I tried to... Like, I was able to do it before, but I haven't ran this game for quite some time. And I tried to practice it a little bit earlier. And failed both times, so I thought, okay, maybe just not do it and mess up my run like that. Sounds good so far. Oh, that's great. The real bane of this game, the big difficulty spike and enemy in this game is gonna be mostly the camera for me, because I'm not playing with tank controls, I'm playing with the directional controls. And those can get pretty finicky at camera flips, like you just saw. That was still a pretty quick save. You might see like some spots where I'm just gonna go in a circle for like 2 seconds or something. Alright. Also, if you don't know, or like ask yourself, why is there, say, game saved all the time on the floor? Every time I quick save, I reset the stamina pretty much, so I can run the fastest way indefinitely. Which skips a lot of time compared to a console run. I'm gonna skip that chainsaw, don't really need that. Yeah, the biggest stretch, like the big stretches of the game will definitely be like the parts where we just run through the town. So it's actually kind of cool that you have this quick save glitch in the PC version. Makes it way faster. And even then it's still pretty long. Like I guess it's gonna be like 7 minutes till we're at the apartments. Which is pretty much just running through the fog. Nothing's really happening. Oops. It's weird. Kinda wanted like a smooth camera transition and then was just like boop. Silent Hill 2 is a horror quick save 'em up. Definitely. I mean, I kinda wanted to do a hard mode run, but I need to practice this a little bit more again. Like maybe the next time. Because then I will definitely need to like practice again how to route stuff with item pickups and shit. Sonic! Or if I can quote a song from GTA Vice City. And I ran so far away. Probably sounds horrendous with my accent, oh well. More and more running. Okay, the big skip I'm not doing right now would have been like this entire section where we go now to get the the wooden plank and the radio, you could skip that. But then later in the game, like after the hospital section, you would have to like do another like weird skip, so something gets unrendered, which is still there, and you can soft lock yourself if you mess it up. I messed it up like 2 times earlier, so not gonna do it. Pizza delivery guy said I looked like the guy from Iran. Oh damn. Yeah, Dante Must Die difficulty and Devil May Cry is really freaking hard. But here we are, we got the radio and our first melee weapon, which is gonna be our only melee weapon, which is gonna skip past all the other ones. Now we're just pretty much getting the key to the apartments and then straight up go to the apartments, which will be the first more survival horror-esque place, I'd say. You can speedrun DMC5 by paying stream. Oh yeah, I read about that, like you can buy microtransactions to level your shit up in Devil May Cry 5. That's pretty... I was just sad because I thought like, oh man, Capcom had such a good run not doing stupid shit like that. Like actually doing good games recently, and I don't know. Oh, okay. But yeah, also through this run I'm not gonna be fighting any enemies. It might happen that I accidentally step on one of these bugs, because one time the use button and action button are the same, so there's places where I maybe need to open a door and then there's a bug right beside it, so I step on the door on the bug first. Okay, so we are here in the apartments. First order of business, getting a flashlight. We see one. Also, I don't need to spam the quick save anymore because there's just this one run speed inside, indoors anyway. Yeah. Also, I forgot to do the split. That happened both times where I practiced yesterday. Oh well. Just gonna care for the time at the end. Now we have the pistol, which we pretty much only use on one enemy. Ah. Moral of the story, don't pre-order is like for every game, in my opinion. Like, unless it's some limited collector's edition, which can get pretty quickly sold out. Like, I understand when you pre-order that, but when it comes to like digital pre-orders and stuff, it's like, why even bother? It's never gonna be sold out anyway. And the stuff you get for free for pre-order mostly like gets put up as a mini DLC later on anyway for like $1 or something. What a will. Unless you get beta access first. Well, I've kind of think that like, whoa, perfect clock, RNG here. Like those cursors, those pointers in the clock can be like, well, like clock handles, I think it's in English, handles, yeah, I guess, are always randomized, so you can have like a spot where it's taking freaking forever to get it to the right position, but that was pretty much the fastest way. Pyramid Head had himself some fun times there. So far it's actually going pretty good. Really the only hiccup so far was my missing of the split, but oh well. Not really that big of a man for splits. Mostly just care for the big number, but I guess it fills the big blue box on the upper left. Ah. Okay, one quick save out of outside. Oh wait, wrong button. Let's go and visit Eddie. Eddie is a character who eats way too much pizza, so he's always puking. I could have skipped that faster, but I decided not to. You can all witness that beautiful image of Eddie's butt crack. Nope. That was weird. Pressed downwards, but he ran towards the door. Oh well. Oops. Oh, actually went pretty well. That's like one of the like camera transitions with this control scheme where I usually really mess it up constantly, like just going in circles, going from camera to camera. That did work pretty well. Could be better, but I'm not complaining. Play night a little bit early. Was that cold? Oops. That was pretty much the first half of the apartments done already. Now to the second wing. See, that's what I mean. Like sometimes it could happen that, like I want to go into a door, but then there's, oh god damn it, I missed a freaking coin. But then it could happen that James decides, oh yeah, let's just aim at this guy. Puzzle. Alright. See? That's what I meant. Buck at the door. James needs to step on it first before he goes through the door. So, oh boy, actually killed a regular enemy. Also, this room has an RNG element where when you go into it, you can have somebody whisper into your ear, which is pretty spooky when you play this game late at night and never notice that before when it only happens on your second playthrough, which is what happened to me. Just run past him. Gonna take one swing, yep, and then he's gonna leave us alone. Like, even though we're on beginner difficulty, this guy can actually be, like, of course you can kill him pretty easily, but the swing he does there, if he gets you with that, it's still a one-shot kill. So you're definitely gonna watch out for that. And we're outside again. We're back to quick save spamming. Oops. Look, another side character. Don't give a fuck. Let's go further. Rosewater Park. Now we will go down to the pier and pick up Maria. Will kind of just lag behind us for the rest of the time she's with us. Great mic and a great voice. Oh, thanks, man. I mean, it's not really a great mic. It's pretty much only a headset mic, but it does a job, I guess. And now we'll get to the part that, who was it? Cyanide quoted a little bit earlier. Oops, kinda, oops. Yeah, it's the door there a bit.
Did you find the lady you're looking for? What's her name? Mary?
This town is full of monsters. How can you sit there and eat pizza? And how come you're not sharing anything with me? That's a bigger crime here. Always found this scene so fucking fun. It's like, okay, it's already weird that its town is full of monsters and he's eating pizza, but why the hell, James, do you not ask him the question? Where did he get the pizza from? Who delivered the pizza here? So I guess he might have just taken that with him when he came through the town. Oops. Maybe Laura gave it to him? Might be. But where did Laura get it from? Oh yeah, that's true. And hospital time. Oops. That's key number 1 for the hair box. Oh hey Mudda, thanks man. So far I've actually been going pretty well. Okay, we got the needle and the shotgun. Okay, first code is coming up and I need this medkit. Okay, 1646, that's pretty easy to remember. 646. Oh, 2. 1646. 646. Actually one of the hardest parts of the run, just like remembering that number, and then also the next one is like 2 4-digit codes you need to remember. 646. Now we're gonna leave Maria at daycare. Then head up onto the roof. Let's go over here and then go back there. Then oh boy, I get smacked. And this is
We have
why
a $15 donation from Niora saying, can you say, hey, Billy Mays here with a $15 donation. Also, congratulations on hitting donation goal. Thank you for that.
Thanks, Neo. Billy Mays. 8375, maybe? Man, this code is really mushy. Ugh. 8375, kind of looks like that. And that's like the worst luck on that number there. The last digit is really unreadable. Okay, oops, wrong. Okay. Ah, shit. Needed to combine. Oh well. What do we have? It was 8373. Well, I guess the last digit we could just scroll through. Okay, was 5. That was 1646. Okay. Because I was a big old dummy. Lost a lot of time here because I didn't combine both of the keys first. Oh well. Now we combine the hair and the hook. Guess that's the fishing hook. No! Press button's a bit too quick there. On to floor 2. Pull out the shotgun. Mini boss fight coming up. Oh, actually came over here. Never happens. Echo. All the 5 times I practiced yesterday and today, that guy came on the left there, not back there. Okay, first floor 2. Try to kill this boss by meleeing. I think I never did that. Is that even possible? Like, since every time you get too close, he like just grabs you with his little feetsies. Footsies. Feetsies. Goddamn. Oh, it's getting a little bit late here. My English is kind of giving out. Have to get Maria back. Whoops. Now 5 times like yesterday and today. I guess yesterday I did it 3 times and today like 2 times again.
Jane.
Oops. And it just get worse with each try. I think the best time I got over the last days was like 53 minutes 45 seconds in the split counter thingy. So let's see how quick I can actually do it this time. I'm kinda aiming for 55 minutes. Oops. Okay, now we're down one floor again. And I'm so glad you can skip this entire thing. I mean, the items you get from this puzzle are really helpful, especially if I'm planning to do a hard mode run someday in the future. We don't need that. Back up to 3. And then let's go open this weird door with hands coming out of it. Thankfully I did menuing right this time. Camera transitions here are also so messy sometimes. Okay, this is not going too good. Well, at least the last few turns worked perfectly. Oh, I think I accidentally hit the split button there in between. I see I'm already on Otherworld streets. Oopsies. Ah, damn. Well, let's rip Maria the first time. Yeah, Maria is her name. Mary is her James's wife's name, and Maria is the embodiment of Mary. And now again, it's pretty much just strolling through the night. Okay, in this part, there's gonna be some guys below the floor that try to nibble our feet. But we won't allow them to. Also, one type of enemy they actually reuse in Silent Hill 3. So here they are just dangling on the floors, and in Silent Hill 3 they're actually a pretty prominent enemy through the entire game. Though I think no other enemy from this game gets reused in Silent Hill 3, they only drag them back out when... I know that Origins had the nurses. I know especially Homecoming like really brought everything back from nurses to Pyramid Head. Because gotta milk the franchise, man. Gotta get all that fan service in. So I also want to mention, like, too, if you never speed like did speedrun any game before and kind of start to get interested in it, try Silent Hill 2 and 3. They're actually pretty easy. They mostly come down to memorizing like where you have to go, like the puzzles and stuff, and then movement. Like those games really like get movement and menuing down, like, and train you in that regard, which will prepare you for the more harder speedruns, and they're mostly not that long. Like here, Silent Hill 2 is like under 1 hour. Oh wait, I don't even need to go here. Silent Hill 2 is 1 hour roundabout. Silent Hill 3 is, I don't know if it's shorter or a bit longer, but it's also around that time. But yeah, definitely great games to start speedrunning. Survival horror games overall, I think. Like also like Resident Evil 1 HD. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, that's true. Like for your first speedruns, you don't want to get into anything too elaborate, like GTA Vice City 100% or something like that, because those are freaking long and need to remember so much stuff. Yeah, and Silent Hill 2 is pretty much the same. I mean, there's this one blick. Oh, jeez, I did it again. Fuck. Big glitch. God damn it. Big glitch I skipped. Which I said earlier, which skips the radio and stuff, but it's not really super necessary unless you want to shoot for world record times. I think that's also a mentality you should always go for in speedruns. It's like, set your own goals, like make a time and try to beat that time, and don't like set your goal instantly to be like, oh yeah, I want to be the very best. Kind of tiptoe your way there. Yeah, definitely what Cyanide just said. Go for PBs. And with that, we're at the Silent Hill Historical Society Museum, and I have to say, this from here all the way to the boat, like the boat which takes you to the hospital, to the hotel. Like back when I first played this game, this was like the part where I actually fear quit a few times, because this was just like too exciting, like too horrifying in sections. Like I just couldn't do it anymore. It was too much. I know, I think like the Historical Society prison area and the labyrinth after that is like masterclass in horror, in terms of like it's actually freaking scary, but also in a metaphorical sense, like it's very well designed and written. And hole number 1. Okay, now I need to go to my melee, and I think the wall was... Oh, of course I needed to... Oh, okay. Another RNG part here. Just see if I can get the code quickly. Actually, just get 2 digits this time. Wait, did I just do that? Going great so far. God damn it! What am I missing? Ah, that was like the worst luck there. God damn it. Oh well. And we're at the prison. First we need to find these 3 plates here, just scattered around. That's 2. So I need to go in here and pick up a wax doll, which we're gonna need later. Kind of a section where the game bamboozles you a little, as if the door is closed, but then you just have to try it a few more times. Wait. This section especially scared the hell out of me back then. You had a good clock at least earlier. Yeah, that's true. Can't have everything. God damn it. Now we got the horseshoe. Now we just need to find a lighter, which is pretty much the most 90s adventure game puzzle in this game. Basically how all those old adventure games were, where you just had to combine a random assortment of items to make like some random contraption, which you would think would never work. But here it does, because of video games. Oh yeah, that's true. Same. Like that yell and the one in the apartments that comes out of nowhere. Because you're also so confused when you're in the apartments, like, where did all the enemies go? Weren't these hallways full of enemies before? Here we are. A long elevator. But thankfully we don't need to do anything, so it's a good time for me to get a little sip here. It's also a good time to shout out the sponsor of the stream, or the entire event, which is Solaris Japan. When you use the code RacingToHelp on their site, it'll get you 500 yen off of your purchase, which is about 4.5 US dollars, and I think 3.7 euro last time I checked. Of course, it's always fluctuating, but yeah. If you're big into figurines of animes and video games, that's the place to go for you. I'm really not into that kind of stuff, but they also have a Freimeister. That's cool. Alright, enough of that. Time to move on. Now we're in the labyrinth area, which can also be a real big chore the first time. Do it every time I turn it to the green side first, because I get confused with the controls every time. I never got it right the first time, never. I just can't get it into my head. One day I'll make it. Okay, camera wonky. Couldn't catch up with me there for a second, that was kind of weird. Yeah, I'd also take a frame, Meister. I constantly stream PS2 games. Okay, now the labyrinth. I couldn't really, like, if someone told me, like, write down the directions on a piece of paper right now, I couldn't do it. It's mostly just, like, visual information and pretty much visual memory. It's like I see a intersection and yeah, let's go that way. Come on, let me through. Like now, for example, I go right and I see the grading, so it means I need to go here. Just pre-ordered a PlayStation Classic. Oh, cool. I'm still waiting for like the games they're gonna announce for the like the full game list. What I'm mostly interested in, if it is gonna be like the NES and the SNES Classic, where it's super easy to just put your own stuff on it. Because if yes, it would be a cool thing to get good HD solution for your games. By the way, this is also gonna be a...
Daddy! No!
Ah, damn, didn't make it. You can actually skip this boss fight, I just messed it up. Oh well though, not like it's gonna take long. Okay, this puzzle is also pretty RNG. I could just go to the next room and brute force it, but no. Like just play my luck. Actually good that I didn't. Okay, it's the one there. You always have to find the guy who was accused of arson. Because he's the innocent one. When you fail the puzzle, you go back to the room with all the puppets and then see, okay, nothing changed. And when you go back out, some enemies spawn there. Like just 2 of the ones that spit on you. No, the one where you lose a ton of HP is the one in the hospital where you get the game show in the elevator. When you put the answers into the box, when you do that wrong, you pretty much get down to like critical status. Hey, it's Maria again, and Maria's dead again. Boy. Now we're gonna visit our favorite pizza boy. We got a delivery for him. It doesn't come with salami and not with saturated fats and stuff, but it can kill you just as easily. Got a buckshot for him. Eddie. It's a death scream. Love it. Okay, well, let's see if I can skip that. 1, 2, 3. And oh, I think I did a full one. Yeah, I might have overshot that a bit. Oh, it's wrong button. Still need to go a little bit to the right. Eddie is not a good guy. He killed a dog. Don't kill dogs. You don't do that. You deserve to die. So, like, yeah, I mean the first time where you're just like rowing around, like just trying to figure out what you need to do. Just rowing into nothingness, and then all of a sudden you see, oh, there's a point of light, maybe I should go there. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. For a second that felt like we weren't getting any closer anymore when the camera shifted weirdly like that. Oh no. Oh well, we're here. Also I should probably do the split. Do the fucking split! God damn it! Controller. The hitbox of that music box is also really finicky. I can clearly see James looking at it and you're standing right by it, but doesn't want to pick it up. Oops. Little Laura. Ah, I love it. Like I said, the biggest enemy is the controls with the camera flips. We're actually not that far away from the end of the game right now. It's only this hotel pretty much, then we're done. Ah, damn it. Those. No, of course I shot that. Did I do it again? I don't know. God damn. Like all the small errors are happening right now. Oh well. I'm saying oh well too much. Oh well. Oh no. Can't use this. Come on. Now we're without weapons and anything. But not gonna matter. This thing's gonna hurt us anyway. This part is definitely interesting when you do it on hard. Though the only enemies that you really have to face here and down here are the mannequin figures. And they have a pretty weird hitbox of hitting you anyway. Like you can't, like sometimes it's like they clearly slap you. You can see their arms like going through you, but they just miss. The game just decided, okay, it's not a hit. It's funky boys. See, like that was like a clear hit, but nothing. Bad hitbox in a good way. Yep. Good kind of bad hitboxes that push you. Also, even though that room there is pretty well lit, James for some reason can't see the keyhole, so you need to put a light bulb in there. Get all the stuff back. More mannequins guarding the way. Good old can of light bulbs. Yeah, it's not really my favorite dish, but more power to the people who like it. Okay, I think this was Snow White first. Play. Oop. Gorilla here. And Little Mermaid here, and then play it. Well, since just dry food, it's still holding very, very long. Unless you blast too much electrolytes through it, and it's gonna blow. Also, by EU regulations, they're not allowed anymore. You have to use LEDs now. By the way, the tape we just saw is pretty much the plot twist of the game. Which also kind of the funny thing of the run. Like, you run through the whole game, but you actually don't spoil anything of the story. So if anyone doesn't know the story... Oh, I didn't even want to pick that up. Why did I do that? So, if anyone's interested in the story of this game and has never played it before, you can still do so. You haven't seen anything. Other than Maria dying, I guess. My routing is really bad right now. Take one of these with me. Can't have light bulb comes in packs. Oh man. With each new transition, the hotel gets more and more messed up. We have some more of those funny boys. Oh, it actually got me. That barely ever happens to me. Okay, next boss fight. The big boys. Go somewhere else real quick. Two more should do the trick. Yep. Last stretch, pretty much. Last time I cleaned my shelf, I found some moldy old light bulbs.
Mary?
I have like one
What do you want,
light bulb on my
James?
shelf too, because I never
I,
get to throw it away.
Brought you some flowers.
Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home already.
You just get her a
Mary,
pizza,
What are you
James.
saying?
Look, I'm disgusting. I don't deserve flowers.
True that, you deserve a pizza. And the last ascension. The final boss fight. Just gonna be so hard, because we're on beginner mode. The most brutal boss fight you've ever seen. Got nothing on the Resident Evil Code Veronica boss fight you've just seen. And boom! That's time. Oh, look at that, 53:45. Exact same time I got... exact same time I got yesterday. Wow. Mary. Hey. Here, let's just skip that and see what the in-game time is. I got 48 minutes 28. Holy shit, that's the exact the same. Like, it might be like 2 seconds off or something on the in-game time, but it's almost exactly the same like I got the last time I did it yesterday, so it's weird. Thanks for all the GGs too. Oh boy, under 1000 saves? Yeah, exact runs, like that never happened to me. That's actually pretty funny. Hey! Alright. But that was Silent Hill 2. Pretty easy, pretty fast. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope my shoddy English didn't annoy too much. I still want to really thank Cyanide for giving me the opportunity to be with here with this great charity event, and I'm so happy that we met the goal and everything. Oh, my English is really fleeting me right now. And again, shout out to the sponsor Solaris Japan. You know the deal. There's a code somewhere. Either it's gonna pop up in the chat or you see it below in the item boxes on the Twitch page. And with that, you're gonna save 500 yen on an order, which is around $5, around 4 euros. And yeah. So, I guess next is gonna be... Let me just check that before I say something wrong. Now everything is going so slow. God damn it. Jolly schedule. And pause it, I don't want to hear myself. Next is gonna be Marcus Borkus with some sweet ass Super Mario World. Let me see. Or oh, Kanesh, are you the next one? No? In the order I see Super Mario World.
Ah,
Okay, so I guess
that
you.
is me.
Okay, so you're next. Sorry. Are you ready? Should I end my stream?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Alright, man. Then I'm gonna do that. So, again, thanks everyone and have a great day, evening, or whatever. Time zones, shit.
You too.